Something always seems impossible until it's done. These powerful words from Nelson Mandela perfectly sum up our Colston Chimp Freedom Campaign. And the campaign itself reflects Animal Protection New Mexico's values. We don't just set our sights on what seems immediately possible or easy. We reach for transformational change in pursuit of justice. APNM's Colston Chimp Freedom Campaign was planned all along as a path toward ending research on all chimps and ensuring their permanent retirement in sanctuaries. APNM's campaign, along with the tireless work of allied organizations, including the phenomenal Chimp Haven, was key to the impossible outcome in 2015 when NIH announced an end to all chimp research in the US, and this year when the last Colston chimps reached sanctuary. The Colston Chimp Freedom Campaign has been emblematic of APNM's signature approach. We dismantle harmful systems and we build humane systems. Freeing the chimps required a remarkable collaboration between advocacy efforts that were driven by APNM, In Defense of Animals, and the Humane Society of the US, and sanctuary solutions created by Chimp Haven and Save the Chimps. These partnerships required skill, stamina, resilience, and fortitude. Unfortunately, after we and IDA closed down the Colston Foundation, the largest and most infamous primate research facility in the world in 2002, unfortunately, moving the chimps to sanctuary still took decades after that. We needed support from key members of Congress, and APNM had to prove that the new federal chimp sanctuary system at the time, Chimp Haven, could actually take New Mexico's remaining chimps. I'll never forget my first visit to Chimp Haven's remarkable facility with two HSUS colleagues on my birthday in 2008. Up to that point, we only had a theoretical home for the chimps. Being there, we could finally envision where New Mexico's chimps might someday retire. The gravity of our visit to the sanctuary was all-consuming. Chimp Haven was pivotal to our campaign's success. Chimp Haven's director at the time, Dr. Linda Brent, shared this warm note to us in advance of our visit. I'm very much looking forward to talking to you about these chimps and helping to figure out a way to extend retirement to more of them, she said. Today's Chimp Haven, under the impressive leadership of Raina Smith, offers that same contagious enthusiasm and determination to help these chimps live their best chimp lives. Looking back, this campaign was like a long-distance relay race with continuous hurdles thrown in our way. It forced us to muster every resource, to seek help from every ally we knew, use every tool in our toolbox, and ignore every doubter that crossed our paths. We refused to listen when people told us, these chimpanzees will never go to sanctuary. Reflecting on this 28-year campaign, there's only one word that neatly encapsulates 3 decades of struggle. That word is gratitude. This impossibly successful campaign is notable because so many in and beyond New Mexico, in our New Mexico community, cared. Collectively, we achieved our goal of shutting down the disgraced Colston Foundation and seeing every last surviving chimp reach sanctuary. Obviously, I can't name all our champions, but I want to highlight U.S. Senators Tom Udall, Martin Heinrich, and Ben Ray Lujan, Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury and former Pennsylvania Congressman Jim Greenwood, the late Governor and Ambassador Bill Richardson, New Mexico Land Commissioner Dr. Ray Powell Jr., Attorneys General Patricia Madrid and Gary King, District Attorney Scott Key, the late State Senator Mary Jane Garcia, Albuquerque Mayor Marty Chavez, Lieutenant General Bradley Hosmer, Dr. Jane Goodall, actor Ali McGraw, Renee Romo and Deval Westphal, formerly of the Albuquerque Journal, attorney Richard Metz, and former lab employees. They all stepped up and spoke out in truly exceptional ways. And because our campaign spanned decades, one of our most ardent and consequential supporters, Ambassador Udall, bolstered this campaign as a US congressman, a US senator, and US ambassador. Of course, none of this could have happened without sufficient financial backing from so many for so long. But two funders stand out for their endurance and level of commitment: Arcus Foundation and the Carol Petrie Foundation. At some point, each of them was just getting to know us, and they trusted us to do something that no one else had ever done before. Their contributions to this impossibly wonderful outcome will never be forgotten. And finally, every person in this room has played a role in this impossible victory for the chimps. We deeply honor you and your part in helping New Mexico write a wonderful final chapter to its chimpanzee story. Thank you so much.